Hey everyone, Mike Revollo here alongside the Rapids legend Drew Moor. And listen, Christmas may be December 25th, but the full schedule release for 2025 came beforehand. I'm loving the fact that we're getting the full schedule now, getting to see these Rapids matchups coming up for 2025. Drew, how about you, man? For me, I always get excited for this day.
I love schedule release. I feel like it's kind of the official turning of the page to the new season, right? We might still be in 2024 here, but it feels like 2025 has now begun. We have our canvas, we have our challenges here. And I always do this thing, and I'm sure a lot of people do. When you first get it in your hands, you frantically go through it, and hit all the key pieces that everybody kind of looks for. And then I put it down, and 5 minutes later, I've forgotten about everything and I pick it back up, open it up, frantically go through it. And I'll do that a dozen times, that exercise, within the first couple hours of the schedule release. So it's always a fun activity to dive in.
So in the middle of all that chaos, I'm trying to process all the matches that we've gotten. Let's start with a couple maybe that kind of caught your eye off the start. What are a couple that caught your eye, Drew, for 2025?
So things that I look for right away when I'm frantically going through is match day one, where are we? When are the Rocky Mountain Cup games? Is Messi coming to town? Do we have to go to Texas in the summer? These things, But for 2025, I look at the home opener. We have FC Dallas jumps out as a Western Conference opponent, an opponent we know well, an opponent that will have a new head coach, right? Somebody it's not really new to the club, right? Eric Quill played for FC Dallas back in the day when they were Dallas Burn. He led North Texas Soccer Club, their second team, to a MLS Next Pro Championship just a couple seasons ago. So with it being a new coach, it's still going to be a club and group of players that he'll be familiar with. So it'll be a good test here on the home opener for the Rapids, which will be fun. And then I look at decision day. We'll be here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park against LAFC. If anybody remembers 2021, we had LAFC here on decision day when we clinched top of the West. We have no idea what that will look like in late October at this point, but chances are that's going to be a fun one, LAFC on decision day.
In terms of a couple that stuck out for me, Drew, one is 4th of July. Anyone who's been as a part of the Rapids family here, as a fan, as anyone who works at the club has played here, knows that the 4th of July is a tentpole event for this club. For 4th of July this year that we have Sporting Kansas City, that's the second time in a row that we're gonna have Sporting Kansas City. So the last time out was this season in 2024. Got the 2-1 win, Georgie with that PK, wonderful PK in the bottom left corner to get the win, it was a huge moment for the club in terms of what that win meant. And just doing it on 4th of July, it's always a date that we circle here at the Rapids as a big game that we want everybody to be a part of and share with us on a 4th of July. And of course, the largest fireworks show in the state of Colorado as well. And then from there, San Diego FC, they're the new kids on the block. The first match against San Diego will be here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park on April 12th, and then the next match at San Diego will be just in a month's time on May 14th. But Drew, I don't think we could leave it at that. I think you had a few more matchups that you wanted to look forward to, and some really, really big ones, I would say.
For sure, I definitely want to try to make that San Diego away trip. Gonna put that out there. I think a lot of people are gonna want to go on that one. But a couple more that stick out to me. When are we playing the defending champs, LA Galaxy? Obviously, the 2024 season didn't end great against the Galaxy, and they go on to win the whole thing. But I imagine that Chris Armas and his squad will be ready for a little bit of revenge. But of course, Rocky Mountain Cup. That's one of the first things that I look at when I get the schedule. Of course, there's only 2 matches in the Rocky Mountain Cup this season. Real Salt Lake comes to Dick's Sporting Goods Park pretty early, I want to say, April or May time. And then we will go to Salt Lake in beginning of October, I believe, our last away game. Getting them at home first is also good because maybe you can put a little bit of pressure on them, take care of business at home where the Rapids were extremely good last season, and I anticipate the plan will be to make it a fortress again this year. But yeah, the defending champs and then the Rocky Mountain Cup is another thing I'd like to highlight on the 25 schedule.
For sure, and the Rapids defending the Rocky Mountain Cup after winning it over the course of 3 games in the 2024 season. And then a refresher on those dates, because kind of hard to keep track since we just got the schedule. We will be at home against the Galaxy at Dick's Sporting Goods Park on June 25th. And then the next match at the LA Galaxy will be on August 23rd. And then Rocky Mountain Cup, again, only 2 matches instead of the 3 we've typically seen. The first match will be on May 17th here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. And the next leg of Rocky Mountain Cup at Salt Lake will be on October 4th. So later in the season, quite a bit is going to be going on at that point in a critical part of the season. So that puts a wrap on that, Drew, in terms of looking over some of the key matches that we're looking forward to in 2025, but really just looking throughout the entire 2025 season with you, the fans, as well, as you guys would be joining us here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. 2025 season can't come soon enough, so we'll see you guys then.